Hi, I'm Mike Werzer. I'm the president and CEO of FBS. So we make the Flex MLS and Spark platform. Standards can only make an MLS more valuable because what an MLS's chief function is creating that market, making the market work, creating the cooperation among the brokers, and the standards are an ultimate expression of that cooperation. And importantly, the standards are designed in a way so that they don't prohibit an MLS from being having its own fields and doing that separately too. But the important thing is when you do have fields that can be expressed in a standard way to do that, because that's enabling cooperation across MLSs as well as within their own market. And so it just enables things. It doesn't disable anything, or it doesn't detract from an MLS, but it makes their service that much more valuable to their brokers and agents, who are the ultimate consumers of the MLS product. But the MLS's value isn't in that different data or that different expression necessarily. It's in bringing those agents and brokers together to make that market. And so that's not going to change at all from implementing standards. It will only be enhanced. Yeah, I think standards will definitely bring more products to MLS organizations, and it'll make those products better within themselves, but it will also enable an MLS to be more, I'll call it curated, about the selection of products, so that they can really decide how to package products for groups of agents, groups of brokers, et cetera, in a really smart way, as opposed to either throwing the market wide open to hundreds and hundreds of apps that they probably can't support in a realistic way, but also not just picking a few. I think there's a sweet spot where you have best-in-class applications for a given market, and the standards will really enable them to find those applications and make sure that they can be implemented in their local market, really regardless of size of the MLS. You're going to see a lot more products available in all size markets because of the standards enable that kind of efficiency. So I think the MLSs really that are on the forefront then are doing this curation to be able to say to their different brokers, and there may be different packages for different brokers in their particular market, but putting that together in a smart way so that your contacts flow automatically from application to application. You're eliminating duplicate entry of listings, of contacts, all of that important data that ultimately goes to serve the customer. It should flow freely and easily between all of the software that the MLS brings to the market for their customers to choose. And I think that's the really important thing. Standards enable choice at the end of the day. And so the more choice the brokers have, the more they can compete. An MLS's job is to create cooperation, but importantly, that cooperation is there to enable competition. And that enables the brokers to differentiate themselves in a meaningful way and pick different software. They shouldn't all pick the same things. It should be different. And that's the beauty of standards, that they enable that kind of choice. I think standards benefit every size MLS. It benefits larger ones, smaller ones, medium MLSs, all sizes benefit from it. And I don't think it either threatens or greatly helps any one for any particular reason. Consolidation is a big issue in the industry, but that's a market-driven issue, and it's not really a technology-driven issue. So the standards may help improve the ability for people, but it's not going to create consolidation where it otherwise wouldn't. Those are, again, really market-driven issues, and if the brokers in that market are overlapping and they're buying multiple services, well, the consolidation should happen in those markets at the right time, and I think the market will bring that to bear. And it's really been proven out, in the last decade or so. You've seen some good consolidations occurring more and more frequently, And I think standards will really improve the ability to do that, but again, they don't create that market need where it isn't. There are plenty of MLSs out in rural or remote areas. There's no need for consolidation in those markets. They're serving the brokers there perfectly fine. They're not having duplicate entry. They're not paying multiple fees. It's just fine, and standards will still benefit that organization by bringing more technology to their market more efficiently, but it doesn't threaten them in any way. So it's really about choosing a partner that's going to help you deliver on those standards. I think RESO is going to really see its shining moment in the next 5 years because these standards that we've been working on hard for the last 10 or 20 years are really coming into fruition at this moment. You can see it just in the conference alone, the vibrancy that the community has. More and more people come to this conference and they're participating, and they're doing that because there is benefit to it. And so all of that investment that's been made and is being made at an accelerated rate is going to bring more and more innovation, and I think it'll be clear that it was the standards that have really spurred that along. Consolidation is a huge issue for MLS organizations today, and standards is kind of a really important method of enabling consolidation and making it go faster and easier when that's what the MLSs want. And so I think you're going to see that as well. It enables data sharing in a way that's never been contemplated before. And so I think you'll see new and clever solutions coming forward that make everybody's life a lot easier.